Hello everyone, it's Z Karma here, back with another Cyberpunk 2077 video. As you all know, the greatly anticipated 2.0 update is here, and I am very excited to cover the changes here with you all. In this video, I will briefly go over the changes to the attributes, the perk trees, and the skill trees. So far, I like what I see. So first things first, when you go into your character screen, you will be finding these attributes point screen. So if you go to character, you have all these points here. Okay, so currently I have 0 points left. You can actually reset attributes. That's new, so that's awesome. If you're a Cyberpunk veteran, you know this is different now. So you can reset them and put them wherever you want. And I'm assuming that's in anticipation for the new skill tree, which is coming with the Phantom Liberty DLC. Each of these attributes gives you certain bonuses whenever you add points to them. So for example, reflexes, as you can see at the bottom, it gives you a 0.5% crit chance per attribute point. Body gives you +2 max health per attribute point, and each one of them has a different thing. Now, the number of points that you have for an attribute skill allow you to pick certain perks. So for example, this one I have 20 reflexes, which means that I can pick any perk as long as I go in order, which I'll go over in a second. But if I go my body, I only have 18 points in body attribute. So I'm only able to reach this part of the skill tree. If I want to get all the way up here to these maximum perks, I need to have my body at level 20. But for example, I have my intelligence at only 3, which means I cannot pick anything. So if you want to use some intelligence perks, you're going to have more attribute points into intelligence. Now let's go over the perk points. As you can see, I have 67 perk points. And you can get these by playing the game, leveling up, and increasing your skill progression. In the bottom right, you can check your skill progression down here. And once you reach certain tiers for each of the skills, you'll get some perk points. For example, here this one, Headhunter, at level 15, I got 1 perk point. And of course, there's also other cool things you can get. For example, here you can get Optical Camo is active while grappling enemies, stuff like that. Pretty cool. And for all of you that have been playing Cyberpunk for a while now, know that this is completely new. It used to be that every attribute had 2 or 3 skills and you had to level up each skill independently and get rewards. This time around, everything's set into here, a little bit more compact, simpler to understand. So if you guys want to know more about how to level up these skills, I will be going over that in another video. For now, let's just focus on what we came here to do. So now let's focus on the perk trees. After deciding how to distribute your attribute points, you can click on any of the attributes to access the perk trees. For those of you that have been playing this game for a while, you might notice that now you have to start at the bottom and make your way up the skill tree. You're going to have to think a bit more on how to make your skill tree, because if you remember before, you used to just have a bunch of perks, and as long as you were the appropriate level, you can just pick whatever, wherever you wanted. Now you have to make your way up, so you can't just pick the best perk right off the bat, which is going to create, in my opinion, more diversity with builds, and that's why CDPR recommended that you start a new playthrough with this 2.0 update, which I'm definitely going to do. So let me set an example. Let's say I want to go down the reflexes tree and play with blades. So in order to go with the blade route, because there's blades over here, and that's just what I'm assuming, but you got to start down here. You can only pick the perks that are already unlocked. So I got to go here, and then after this, I can go any of this direction, or I can go this way. I'll do that. After that, it won't allow me to go further until I fully upgrade the perk. So you can no longer just choose one and then hope you can move up. You're going to have to pick both of them. So upgrade it to level 2, and now I can move up. Here, you see, I picked one. I can now move to any of these until I upgraded 3 times. 2, 3, now I can go all the way up here. And another cool thing is that you can now refund these perk points. But of course, you have to refund them in backwards order, so I can't just refund this over here, because I have to start off from where I ended up. So I ended up here, so the first one that I can refund is this one. You have to click the, looks like scroll wheel on mine, but you have to hold it for a second. It won't work if you just click it, if you just tap it. So I hold it, and yeah, I can just make my way back down to refund my perk points. And that's basically all I needed to cover for this video. That's all the changes. Even though it looks a little bit more complicated to create a build, it's a lot simpler to understand. I hope you found this video helpful. In a separate video, I'll be going over each of these attribute trees one by one, going over every single perk, all the changes, because there's been a huge overhaul to some of these perks, and a lot of them are completely different than what they used to be. Anyway, Choons, I hope you found this video helpful. I'll be making a separate video going over each skill tree independently because there are some huge changes to each one. Like this technical tree. This is basically almost completely different from what it used to be. So I do need to go over each of them individually. And if I try to fit all of them into one video, it would be like an hour long. So that's what I'm going to cover next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure you drop a like. And if you really enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.